smoothness of this bike is really incredible. Top speed 130 miles an hour. That's what we're getting out of the V-strom 1050xt. That's actually quite good. Ugh. So, Suzuki V-strom 1050xt. This is a very solid machine from Suzuki. I think you guys knocked it out of the park with this one. Being able to turn off all the controls and allow the rider to be able to control all functions of the motorcycle, big thumbs up to Suzuki on that one. And then the nanniness of this machine. When you turn all the controls on, this thing becomes so easy to ride, so smooth, that it's almost impossible to make a mistake. Well, here it is, the brand new V-strom 1050xt. This bike's been a long time coming. Kind of excited. They say they made it after the old big red machine. What was that thing called? The big something? So this bike being a touring machine, it does have an adjustable windscreen. We just simply flip this guy right here and we can adjust several different positions. So let's go ahead and put it in that position right there. Just right at the same level as the camera. Pretty cool. I mean, this has some adjustability. There's a lot of screens out there that have zero adjustability. I'm curious to see how this thing's going to roll down the road though. Now this bike has more technology built into it than I would have ever imagined Suzuki would have put on one of their machines. It's really incredible. I took a look at all the documentation on it today and tried to get my head to wrap around it so I knew what to talk to you guys about, but I'm gonna have to play around a little bit in order to be able to get it to do what I need it to do. Okay, we are in neutral, side stand is up. Now I just got off the Honda Rebel, which is a DCT motor. It's a dual clutch transmission, an automatic transmission. Super fun machine. If you haven't already, go take a look at that video. But right now we're on a adventure motorcycle that has an actual shifter and an actual clutch lever. But this thing has so many computer aids, it's incredible. Feels weird to ride. Wow, wow. The smoothness of that. Wow, these handguards are kind of wacky. Haven't even gone a tenth of a mile yet. Look at these things. It's a really thin piece of plastic. Seems to vibrate all over the place. Just the wind vibrating on that's gonna drive me crazy. Anyway. The smoothness of the clutch and the gears. Wow. Wow. So the motor still feels like it has pep, like it's ramped up in there, but it's not allowed to come out. That's kind of what it feels like with these computer control settings that are currently on. It's not like the clutch is slipping. That's not the feeling that I'm getting, but I'm definitely getting the feeling that the motor is winding up in the back, but it's being limited as to how much power it's actually putting down. Pretty unique. Now I'm really curious, in this totally computer modulated mode, the most restrictive mode possible, I wonder if that's also going to limit the top speed, or if it's going to allow that top speed to be reached, but just at a much slower, more restricted, more monitored level. We'll have to test that one out. Wow, the smoothness of this bike is really incredible. So the difference between 5 and 85 and 6 to 85 is only like 500 RPMs. That's crazy. The management of the electronics on this thing taking off from that stop right there, I was trying to let it out a little quicker and allow it to have some more pep, but completely managed by the motor. Or the electronics, I should say. Wow, dude. I tried to give it some beans and it was just like pretty incredible. Now, when the clutch is out and the RPMs are already up to say 5,000 RPM, when I get it, the juice picks up pretty good. And brakes work as promised. Let's go ahead and set a camera up here, get some past shots. Smells like a new motorcycle, that's for sure. Love that smell. All right, there we go. Lots of motorcyclists on this road. All right, so now I want to go ahead and change my modes here. I'm going to take this guy to level A, and I'm going to turn traction control to off, and ABS. Really sound machine. Suzuki's done a good job. It feels heavy when you take it off the side stand, but on the bike it actually feels relatively nimble. It's definitely planted, it's definitely secure. This guy's gonna take out my camera. There it is, the brand new Suzuki V-strom 1050xt. What a fun little machine this guy is. You still recording over here? Hope so. Hope so. All right. Got a big old cactus. It's pretty cool. I haven't found a hill yet to try the hill assist. That's a pretty interesting feature on a motorcycle. I have never seen that on a motorcycle before. It's pretty cool though. Oh, nice GTO. Let's get a good look at this thing. Nice. And a Corvette. Smells like the 80s. Look at all the smog coming out of the back of that thing. Oh, that's awesome. An old Stingray. Nice machine, dude. That's a nice car, but this guy right here is phenomenal. A Pontiac 4 Hundo. Oh, nice car, miss. That's cool. Anyway, back to the motorcycle at hand. This V-strom 1050xt is going to be a lovely machine for those of you getting into the market. For those of you looking to step up to a large touring motorcycle and you want all the features and benefits and traction control and ABS and I mean the nanny modes on this thing are crazy. Just so much technology has gone into this thing. Oh, what's wrong, bud? at a fraction of the cost of the BMW. I gotta say, after having ridden the 1250 BMW and this 1050 V-strom, there isn't a huge difference in the amount of power that either bike puts down. So for the price point and for all of the features that you get, this V-strom is a fantastic machine. It feels a little bit more heavy and a little bit more robust than the Africa Twin. A little bit more touring oriented and less dirt oriented, I would say. That being said, I'd love to throw a set of knobbies on this thing and go hammer some trails. As far as ergonomics go, my arms are completely outstretched on this bike. My butt kind of sits in the back of the seat over here. If I move, there's not really any room to move up because the seat doesn't feel good up front. So where I feel good sitting planted on the seat, my arms are a little bit outstretched, or stretched out I should say, and they're a little bit in a downward position. I think I'd modify that just a little bit. You could easily do that with some risers or a different bar, but yeah, standing, it's a little bit hunched over for my taste. I'd want just a slightly different position, a little closer to me and a little bit higher up. But again, everybody's ergonomics is different. Everybody's torso is a different size, arms are different lengths. Ready? Oh, it's on dumb down mode. Oops. And there you have it. First ride on the Suzuki V-strom 1050xt. Suzuki, you killed it. And I think you guys did an amazing job. This bike has all of the refinements and creature comforts that modern adventure riders are looking for. For those not looking to get super dirty, who want something that's going to be reliable, something that's going to be smooth on the highway, something that's going to have lots of power, and then if they have somebody else that wants to jump on and learn how to ride, you can use those controls, completely limit the amount of power that's being put to the ground. But this thing has so many computer aids, it's incredible. So if you are parked on a slope, we'll have to test this. For 30 seconds, it's actually going to hold you there without having the brakes on, and then, well, without you having the brakes physically pushed. And then when you start to roll on the throttle, it smoothly and seamlessly releases the brakes. The braking is pretty phenomenal on this machine. So as you're riding, it senses load on the motorcycle, it senses your incline. So if you're going into a downhill corner, it's going to keep the rear end from coming up. It's going to actually adjust the brakes so you are totally level as you're going through the corner. Lots of technology there. Of course, it has traction control. It's got different speed levels. It's pretty intense. So let's get this thing started. I'm really impressed with how smooth this motor is. So let me see over here. So if I go to modes, oh, check that out. I see. So I can go, that turns everything off. Now I can go to mode here. There it is, C, B, and A. So A level is going to be the sharpest, most hardest hitting curve. B is going to be kind of mild, or in the middle, and then C is going to be a mild curve as far as throttle responses go. So let's put it on C to begin with. We then have traction control. We can do off, 1, 2, or 3. So 3 is obviously going to be the most amount of traction control you can have, so we'll leave that there to begin with. And then we'll go mode down to ABS. You have ABS level 2, and all right, because I have this set in the lowest settings, or the most restrictive settings, it's not allowing me to change the traction control. It's going to want that traction control to stay at level 2, so it's not giving me an option. So let's go ahead and leave those settings there. This is going to be the most benign that this motorcycle can be. If you guys have any questions about this neat new machine, please leave a comment down below. If there's anything that you saw while I was out there that you got questions on, leave a comment down below. And if you want to learn more about the features, specs, and details of this bike, I've got a video that I already produced that kind of talks about all of those. So go take a look at that. And you can always click the link in the description to go to the product detail page that has every feature, spec, and detail of this motorcycle listed there. Neat machine, Suzuki. I'm really liking it. Anyway, if you guys want to see more action like this, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe button, and more importantly, that notification bell so you can be part of the notification squad. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Bradshaw, and this here is Moto City. Until next time, take care and ride safe.